but recovered just in time. Mike Mole rings it around the boards. Hedberg tried to read the play, but the puck beat him to the blue line. There's Mole out of his net again. Omar Enafati in behind his goal. The hometown crowd getting into it. They've been coming and going with the emotions of this one, the ups and downs, the peaks and valleys of seeing their team go up 2-0, then blow the 2-0 lead, and now in this tense, nervous situation of a tie game in a national championship game against a team that is an Atlantic Conference rival. Fans from both teams here tonight. Here's Graham Power off the turnover. One-timer off the stick of Walsh was deflected. Walsh has got it again. Now it's Power. Smith is in front. Power looking for the handle. Moves in. Shoots through a crowd. It's deflected. Loose and now cleared. Out comes Mahan looking to spring Stonier. And there were two men back for StFx. Now here's Lindsay. Lindsay loses his footing. Otherwise he was right in. I don't know whether his eyes got big there or what. But Lindsay looked like he was going to walk in. Just over 5 minutes gone in this second overtime.
And not a typical double overtime. You're seeing offensive chances at both sides. Look at this Power. You've got two defensemen going down to block that shot. And then all of a sudden transition to the other end. Another great chance by Ryan Lindsay. Boy, people must have something to do. They want to get this thing finished right away and start celebrating.
Reminder, of course, we will be taking you directly back to the Dallas-San Jose game at the conclusion of this one. Mike Martone floats one towards the goal. Robson takes a swipe at it short side, and Bourset cover that up. Gord and Pierre will keep you abreast of all the happenings out there in San Jose in the Shark Tank. That's a big game in the Pacific Division, as I'm sure you've heard, so just a reminder, we'll go there once this one is done. A lot of hockey on the network today. Robson tries to center it. It's in front and controlled by UNB. Sinclair. Pass was behind him. Comes up to the neutral zone, and now it's dumped into the far corner. Chipped ahead. Here's Watson, and Sinclair has Denny Johnston with him. Tries to poke it ahead, and he didn't miss by much. They're calling that offside at the line. Puck was already inside. Maybe it was a late offside call.
Well, I think Gardner McDougall's UNB players were a little bit nervous there because it almost looked like the StFx player brought the puck in once it went out. That was the concern there. Gardner's got other things to worry about right now. A defensive lapse, a puck that may just hit an uneven part of the ice and bounce over his defenseman. His defensemen have done a great job being stalwarts so far this game.
Danny Flynn, the StFx coach, called McDougall today to wish him luck. They're good friends. And he said, listen, we want to win this bad, but if anybody should beat us, I'm glad it's going to be you. And what a statement, what a commercial here for the Atlantic Conference, which is regarded as the most competitive conference in the CIS when you talk of overall parity. I mean, there are two teams here today, but you could easily have other teams here as well. Dalhousie's a good team. They were here, in fact. Lots of good, strong hockey programs out here in the Maritimes. Face off in the StFx end. Big scrum. Hedberg takes a whack at it. It goes wide of the net. Mole comes out of his net to ring it around the boards. Kept into the line. No, it hops over the stick of Jesse Ferguson. Wyvert dumps it back in where it's left for Omar Enafati. Here's McMillan. Ryan Armstrong leaves it for Dallas Flamin, who shovels it ahead. Ferguson handles it from there. Jesse Ferguson misses Hedberg with that long pass off the back of his skate. Now here's Watson, centers it, looking for Boisvert. Couldn't get the shot away. He tries to center it, and it goes behind the net. Jean-Michel Boisvert, he's had an opportunity to win this thing as well. Down the ice, that'll be icing, and we're coming back down to the X-Men end.
You know, Dave, you talk about the comment you made just a moment ago, the Atlantic Conference being so competitive. Here we have the U of A Golden Bears going 39-0-2. certainly
40-0-2 when you count that other
when
one.
you count the first game here, absolutely. And yet they come, and they don't come with their A game. A lot of lack of discipline, some frustration, and so forth. So one wonders whether the quality of competition in your conference has a lot to do with preparation for coming here and winning.
Johnston wins the draw, back to the line. Fanning on the shot was Kevin Werner. And out comes Graham Power. Grand Maitre is with them. Here's Power. Steered wide, angled into the boards, but he's still on his feet. Gets it deep for Grand Maitre. He's pinned by Mahan. Ryan Walsh is in there against Lindsay. Power's looking for the loose puck and almost got it. Now here comes Colin Sinclair. Sinclair down the wing, has Johnston with him. He drops it off. Here's Lindsay, takes a shot to a crowd. Lindsay takes a shot again on the rebound. Stopped by Mole. Ryan Lindsay, the captain, trying to end his career here at UNB with a game-winning goal here in overtime. That one's turned over at center ice. Burgoyne heads back the other way. Kyle Werner charging towards the net. Great defensive play there by Wes Jarvis. And it's kept in. Burgoyne. Werner shoots. Short side. Goes wide. Now it's Robson. Blake Robson digging forward in the skates. Raff's in there, but Stonier comes up with it. Troy Stonier circling around. Kept it just in. And the X-Men will start out. This is Norman now. Norman makes a move, and oh my, somebody... No, it's not offside. That is a high sticking call, and it's going to go against the X-Men. The first penalty here in overtime. It's Blake Robson.
A first-year player who's come on to the #1 line with Norman and Grand Maitre has had a very good season, Danny Flynn was saying, but he's not going to be happy with that call with 11 minutes and 50 seconds left to go in the second overtime. There we can see at the top of the screen, we talked a little bit about having to be massacred in double overtime to get a penalty. Well, that was as close as it gets.
And a timeout has been called by the head coach of the UNB Reds, Gardner McDougall, as he is going to talk this huge opportunity over with his guys. And while we have a moment, in case you're tuning in, looking for the NHL on TSN, it's coming. The Dallas Stars and the San Jose Sharks is underway. We took you there during the first intermission of this overtime marathon here, and we will be going back there immediately once this one is done. Stars and the Sharks battling it out there on the West Coast.
Dave, one of the great things about CIS hockey is it's like a cat and dog sort of race out there. You've got one team trying to do something, the other team trying to counteract. On this power play, we're going to see UNB try to get some possession in the offensive zone, get those shots in the points, and StFx is going to try to take it right away.
Crowd on its feet for this power play here, and they'll start from their own end. Jesse Ferguson from back of his own net. They are 0 for 2 with a man advantage tonight. There's a sloppy pass, but it's gathered back up. Now Boisvert tries to dance in. He's got it in the corner. McMillan goes in there, gives him a bump. Boisvert is sturdy on his feet, gets it back to the point, but Young had pinched, and down the ice it goes. These defensemen are not afraid to jump up into the play. That time it's costing them some valuable seconds with his man advantage. But they'll gamble all day long. Here's Hedberg. Hedberg shoots! Great stop by Mole. Into the corner it goes. Boisvert's in there along with Calvin Watson. Calvin Watson with a puck. Gets it back to the line. Here's Jesse Ferguson. Kevin Young. Down low to Boisvert. 2 men in front. Boisvert waiting for something to open up. Gets it into the corner. There's Watson with it. Watson gets it back to Boisvert. Back to the line. Young shoots. Fans on the shot, and it doesn't reach the goal. There's Hedberg. One-time attempt. Cut off by Power. He'll clear it to center ice. 52 seconds to go in this power play, and the StFx X-Men are bending but not breaking here. Boisvert with a long pass. Dallas Flaman read the play. Dumps it back down the ice. Here comes Young. Got wingers on both sides. Craig Mahan is one of them. He'll fly it in there. Into the corner it goes. Werner and Burgoyne on the forecheck. Eric Kraft gets a hold of it, and they get it out again. And here comes Grand Maitre, short-handed. Up against Young. Tries to make a move. And the puck is taken away with just 16 seconds now left in this power play. Time for one last rush. Here comes Werner. Over center ice, chips it ahead. He's in against Kraft. Kraft says no way. Stonier now following up on the play. Will get it deep. Round the boards it goes. Young again pinching in there. Out it goes. And it's a 2-on-1. It's Robson with Armstrong. Robson shoots. Scores! Blake Robson has won it for StFx. National champions for the first time in school history.
Right out of the box, Robson gets the puck at 2-on-1. The defenseman takes away the pass, but there's the shot that won the national championship for StFx X-Men.
And just 2 minutes earlier, Robson had taken a penalty that could have lost it for his team. They sucked it up, killed the penalty for him, and gave him the opportunity to do that. What a moment for him. What a moment for this hockey program. They came in here ranked number 2. They've never won the big game, and they won it tonight. They've fallen short twice in overtime. Not tonight. StFx are your national champions. Coming up next, immediately we'll join Dallas and San Jose in progress. We'll be taking you there momentarily. On behalf of Randy Gregg and our entire crew here in Fredericton, thanks for watching. Now let's send you back to NHL Control, and here's your host, James Dudley.
All right, our congratulations to StFx. Let us get you right back now to Dallas and San Jose, where we have just had our first goal of that game. Let's let Gordon Miller and Pierre Maguire tell you all about it. It's 1-0 Dallas.
Thanks very much, James. Pierre Turgeon has scored for the Dallas Stars a moment ago. We'll show you that goal a moment from now.